back to the Tallahassee Funny Farm.
Damn it!
The intellectually challenged were back in Tallahassee for week 6, and the unbridled foolishness kicked off on Tuesday. The really, really bad legislation that will strip Florida's essential public workers of their rights was up in the final House committee. As we have seen all session, over 100 union members were in town to give them a warm reception and a little piece of their mind.
But without a brain and muscle, not a single wheel can turn. We can break their mighty power, gain the freedom we would learn. That the union makes us strong.
When workers' rights are under attack, what do we do?
Stand up right back!
When workers' rights are under attack, what do we do?
Stand up right back!
When workers' rights are under attack, what do we do?
Stand up right back!
What do we do?
Stand up right back!
When workers' rights are under attack, what do we do?
Stand up right back!
The legislators heard those voices, and for the first time this entire session, in any committee, Floridians were given the time they needed to speak out to their elected officials. The chair of the State Affairs Committee let everyone speak with no real-time limits, and union members took advantage of the opportunity.
I've got to say, the union for me was a draw to come and work in public sector. I'm going to beg you guys to please vote no on 1445.
My name is Robert DeCamino. I'm from Miami, Florida. I'm a union member. I just want to express the importance of voting this bill down. The union is a decision. It's not an obligation. It's our decision, and it should continue to be our decision.
This is just big government, overreach, and I want my union.
I'm Wendy Carey, and I'm a special needs pre-K teacher in Tampa, Florida, and I work with some of the youngest in our state, and I'm a proud unionist. And being a proud unionist, they have supported me in getting my voice out and my voice being heard, and especially the voices of our students. I belong to my professional organization for that fact, and that's simply what it is. I'm just a member of my professional organization, and I don't want that right taken away from me by this dues deduction. It is just, it is a hassle. It's an undue, unnecessary hassle for me and my colleagues. So I beg you to vote no.
This bill hurts working people. It hurts the people responsible for our clean water, who keep our streets and parks beautiful. It's going to hurt the folks who keep our lights on and the folks who climb power poles in storms to keep us safe. There are so many different jobs covered under public sector. I would not have enough time to read them all.
After almost 2 hours, the bill passed with one of those now infamous party line votes, as the governor's stooges all fell in line.
We're looking for. Oh boy, let's go. Boy, this is it, a hotel. I can feel the money jingling in my pocket now.
On Wednesday, the bill to cut free speech and discussion on our college campuses was up when Senate Bill 266 was heard in the Education Appropriations Committee.
I'm a college man. I won't need my high school diploma anymore. I am the smart. I am the smart. I am the smart. I am the smart. S-M-R-T. S-M-A-R-T.
Students, parents, and educators shared the pure folly of the bill.
And pointed out the blatant attack on free speech and freedom of thought and education. But today I want to talk a little bit about the effort to rewrite history. On page 2 and 8, text in this amendment states that courses should not be based on theories that systematic racism, sexism, oppression, and privilege are inherent in the creation of the United States. To deny this truth is to deny the true history of America. As a black man in America, I know the history of this United States of America is one of institutionalized racism, beginning with the forced enslavement of my ancestors over 400 years ago and continuing with the legalized segregation and discrimination against people who look like me today.
I sincerely speak from the heart when I say that I am disappointed but not surprised with the legislature for entertaining such a contradictory and deliberately vague piece of legislation that will have a decidedly negative impact on our students' ability to think critically about their own place in society, history, and the social hierarchy of the United States, contrary to the stated purpose of the bill. The beauty of our history is our ability to look inwards and correct our own mistakes, to address the inadequacies with our own form of government and its establishment, to learn from this, and to become better citizens and Americans.
My name is Matthew Latta. I'm a professor at Florida State University, and I'm speaking for myself. I want to talk about some of the practical effects that we're already seeing of this and similar bills that were passed in the last session, or bills touching on the same subjects. We're already seeing, as was seen in Wisconsin in 2015 when anti-tenure policies were implemented there, we're already starting to see a brain drain from our state institutions. As an example, in the Florida State College of Arts and Sciences, the number of faculty members who have indicated that they are leaving after 2023 is about double what it was in 2022.
My name is Carolyn Burns. I'm here representing myself. I'm a proud alumna of Florida State University. I've received my bachelor's and master's degrees from Florida institutions, and Florida State University is an R1. I'm currently putting together a portfolio so that I can apply to doctoral programs, and I want to study education and STEM in underrepresented populations. I cannot do that here if this bill passes.
The bill passed, like every other ridiculous idea, in another party line vote.
I don't know what to do with these guys. I beg, I plead, I try to be a nice guy. I'm a nice guy. I don't... Huh?
They're kids. Scare them.
On Thursday, legislation that injects the governor's politics and his dim-witted anti-woke ideology into how our public retirement funds are invested was up to the Senate Fiscal Policy Committee.
The future. The future.
Sorry to interrupt, but there are some policemen here. They say they need to speak to you about irregularities in the pension fund.
I see. Could you make them a cup of tea, please, Stephanie?
Senate Bill 302 poses a major threat to the retirement security of hundreds of thousands of workers and retirees by putting politics where it doesn't belong.
If this legislation passes, we are now doing exactly what nobody wants to do, and I don't believe it's intentional, but that will be the unintended consequences. We are injecting politics and ideology into this process for the very first time.
Senate Bill 302 passed with, wait for it, party line vote. Later on Thursday, members of the Working Families Lobby Corps who came to Tallahassee to see the madness for themselves shared their thoughts. That's a wrap for week 6. Will it get any better next week?
Ugh, as if.
Probably not, but we'll be here fighting for truth, justice, and the American way, no matter what. Check back right here to see what foolishness ensues in week 7.
Join the CIO. Come join the CIO.